live. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to our Marvel Phase 4 Comic-Con announcement stream because it's too much info to put in a actual video. It would be over an...
Sponsored by McDonald's.
We're not sponsored by McDonald's, but Joe's getting McDonald's. He hasn't heard all the announcement stuff. I have a list of stuff in front of me. It's going to be insane.
And I'm just here because I'm like here.
Yeah. Hubbard's here because he's here. But also, like, because, like, he's kind of needed because I'm a huge Marvel person, so he kind of balances us out.
Look at that Echo.
Let me just turn that down a notch. Awesome. Action Roosters, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you so much for subscribing. So, we're going to go in order of release day. That way it's a little bit easier to, like, okay, this is what you're going to see first, and then you're going to see this, and then you're going to see this. Okay, so...
Oh, we're doing by release day? Oh, fuck then, hold up.
Did they go in order, though?
No, they did not.
Oh.
They just, like,
randomly announced stuff all over the place.
I mean, technically, we could just go from, like, the first announced to last.
Okay, we can do that. So the first thing was announced was the movie that's going to come out in November of 2020. So next year. November of next year. That is the...
Hold on. Before you even say that, let you know there's basically like 7 movies between 2020 and 2021.
There's 7 different Marvel things coming out from the beginning of 2021 to the end of 2021. 7. 7.
I thought it was a lot when they did 3.
7, my dude. 7. Okay.
Cranking it out. Of course.
Tiny Game, welcome in. So, the first thing announced, November of 2020, The Eternals with Angelina Jolie and a bunch of other kind of lesser known people. They're not no one huge. No Keanu Reeves like people had hoped for. But
You're beautiful.
So what are the Eternals?
The Eternals are basically these the Marvel gods, in a way.
Wasn't it like in the comics? Wasn't Thanos like in it part of the Eternals or something?
He was in there, yes.
Like, yeah, he was like related somehow to him?
Yeah, like he was connected with the Eternals. Welcome in, Dreamer.
Okay, I thought it was.
So, the Eternals. Okay, cool. We kind of expected the Eternals. Alright. The next thing that was announced was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show coming out fall of 2020 on Disney Plus. The logo...
So we gotta wait a good minute for that one.
Yeah, the logo is actually, like... the Winter Soldier and Cap Shield, so this is taking place after Endgame, and it's going to be dealing with, you know, Falcon having the
Falcon
shield.
Becoming...
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay.
That's what we wanted, though.
That is what we wanted. So I feel better about that. The next one, the next movie, February of 2021, that they announced is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Okay. Yes.
Who?
So I had to look up this one because I really didn't know. But Shang-Chi is a martial artist, like a super crazy martial artist character.
He's Kung Fu Panda.
But he's not starring Jack Black. But we get the Mandalorian, which was the fake villain in in Iron Man 3. You know,
we're gonna get him for real now.
We're getting the actual Mandalorian in Shang-Chi, which is really exciting because a lot of people were mad with Iron Man 3 because they kind of ruined that villain. And that villain is, like, one of the best. But
is the Mandarin just like an Iron Man villain, or?
The Mandarin, has gone to different heroes as the villain.
Because
So
I remember the Iron Man like Nickelodeon TV show,
yeah,
which was pretty good. I remember that,
yeah,
and I know he was like the main villain in that show.
yeah. He's mainly an Iron Man villain, but of course Marvel is gonna fluctuate villains
Marvel's
around.
taken everywhere.
Yeah. Welcome in, AKA. Welcome in. So the next thing that they announced, this is when it starts to hit the fucking fan.
Yeah.
Spring of 2021 on Disney Plus, WandaVision. Okay? Wanda and Vision is going to be in it. Also,
Yes.
a grown-up version of Captain Marvel's best friend's daughter, which was in Captain Marvel. Okay?
And this is the best part.
The best part is
it takes place after Endgame.
it takes place after Endgame. Are you okay, Joe? Is he getting his chicken nuggets?
He's
Damn,
not
he
muting
kind of.
himself. Joe? Joe?
Oh, his thing's on, like his mic's on, but I don't hear him.
I think he's dead. He's
Rip.
dead.
Excuse me, how does it take place after Endgame?
Exactly.
That's what I've been saying for the past like 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Excuse me?
Exactly. How does it take place after Endgame when Vision is fucking dead and no sign of return?
I mean, if he is somehow able to come back, that means
Widow should come back too, but
She's not.
We're gonna move on.
ooh, wait. Vision's personality though is the mixture of Jarvis and stuff though.
Yes.
So are they just like redoing that
We don't know.
without the stone maybe?
Don't know. Yeah.
Maybe.
We're gonna get to all that.
But then again,
APA.
Tony's like dead, so like who would fucking bring him back
Yep.
besides like Bruce is the only one that could do that. So
Yeah. So the next thing that was announced.
The film which I'm dying to see now.
Oh no, not the film was the next one after this one. The
Wait, really?
spring of
Oh, wait, no, this is
2021 is Loki. Okay. No, I didn't pick up on any word of when that actually is
Think
taking place.
they say this is.
you said movie? I thought it was a TV
No,
show.
it's a TV show.
No, it's a TV show.
Okay.
I got confused. I guess that was one mixed up.
No, it's okay. See, here's the thing. They announced these in all out of order, but they put the timeline on the screen of all the things coming out, and they didn't specify which was TV shows and all. Okay, and all they did
Yeah,
was
that's
announce
what
the
I thought.
Eternals. So the Eternals was up on the screen, and then Untitled Marvel Studios, and there was 7 in 2021, and we're like, are those all movies? Cause fuck me.
No, they can't be all movies.
No,
Hold
they're
on.
not. They're not.
Okay, so Loki. I think I saw that this one is about reality Loki.
The alternate reality Loki.
I mean, that
they-
would be the only way it makes sense.
His logo, though, it was created with Microsoft Word art.
Hold on, let me
the,
send you the
the logo
There-
is bad.
There you go, Joe. You can look at
Oh,
the timeline right here.
it's that bad.
Ignore the logo.
So, the next thing, which is my most hyped movie, is coming out May
It's our hard most
Yeah.
movie at this point.
May of 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which will be Marvel's first horror movie.
Well, scary film. To
Well,
be more
yeah.
technical. It's not actual whole film. It's just it's
Doctor
gonna have some
Strange will be
couple
a
of
scary movie.
That's interesting.
And the rumor is that the 11th Doctor from Doctor Who, the one with the bow tie, is going to be the villain, Nightmare, which is very interesting and intrigues me.
Battle of the Doctors.
Yes, basically. Which really just grabs me. Then they announced in summer of 2021 a fully animated show.
Wait, step back, take a step back though. You got a crucial part about the Doctor Strange.
Go ahead.
You forgot that this is it ties in with WandaVision.
Well, that's my theory. Because Wanda, Scarlet Witch, is in Doctor Strange 2. Okay?
Huh.
Her show comes out right before Doctor Strange.
I mean, it's gonna have to tie in.
So, the end of WandaVision, either Doctor Strange shows up, or WandaVision leaves, or something happens, and then it jumps right into Doctor Strange.
Oh, you know what's an interesting thought? I wonder if WandaVision is gonna be like Wanda's own reality that she like sets
True.
up or something.
It's okay. We saw see that this is the problem with Marvel not live streaming it, because so they said WandaVision has no set time frame, or it takes place before 2000. Okay, so I'm all kind of confused with WandaVision, but I feel like that my theory would be the best to have Wanda leave her show at the end and have it connected to Doctor Strange.
Like leaving the I don't think it'll be like.
Well, not leaving the show, but like something happened that leads into the movie.
Yeah, it somehow lead to like.
Because you're gonna have to do that in order, like yes, the TV shows are important, yes, but you're
Actually,
gonna
wait, hold up. I don't think Doctor Strange is gonna pick up right at the end of WandaVision. I think that it's gonna start before WandaVision, but then it's gonna sort of eventually merge into it.
Okay.
They have to tell some kind. They have to tell some kind of story beforehand.
Yeah, there's lots of possibilities. Okay, so the animated show in September 2021 is going to be What If. It is a fully animated show that is going to be alternate situations from the MCU. And my dude, everybody from the MCU, other than Iron Man, Black Widow, and Captain America, is a voice actor in this show. Samuel L. Jackson, Chris Hemsworth, Karen Gillan, the Hulk, all of them. And these are different. Basically, each episode is a different situation that happens. Sort of like if Peggy Carter had the super serum instead of Steve Rogers.
I mean, that sounds like a good show.
It does.
Well, can we have What If Iron Man lives? I want that.
What if Iron Man? What if Black Widow didn't jump? Or what if we got the deleted scene that we were robbed? Hubbard, I didn't tell you this.
They have to put that in the movie, right? In the extras,
they filmed.
Right? They will. They probably will put in the extras.
There was a deleted scene, okay, that they filmed, but they took out of the movie, which was Thanos and his army showing up at the Soul Stone place, while Hawkeye and Black Widow were there, and Hawkeye and Black Widow have to fight Thanos and his soldiers, and they're fighting him, and like all this bad Black Widow and Hawkeye being badass, taking on Thanos, and they see the only way out is Widow jumping off the thing. So Widow's running and jumping as Hawkeye have to watch Widow jump off as he's just fighting Thanos, holding him back. That sounds so much more rewarding.
It does, but then how the fuck did Hawkeye get? Actually, no way. They just
people are gonna be like, "That's bullshit." How are they able to hold off Thanos?
I was gonna say that. Like, how are they gonna hold him off?
Like, no matter what, like, there was no winning in that scene.
Yeah.
If they did that, people would have been like, "How? That makes no sense. How are they supposed to hold him off?"
Can we talk about
How the fuck did a guy with a bow and arrow take on the tunnel?
Fucking Thanos on top of it. I mean, look at the fucking end scene.
Oh, I know.
They're
I know.
like,
That's probably why they cut it. It just ultimately didn't make sense compared to later on. Prince Andrew, can we talk about Adam Warlock bringing back Widow? I actually did a whole video on that on the channel. It's why Guardians 3 fixes everything. But we'll get to all the what connections and all that.
3.
Yeah, we'll talk about all that stuff as we go through the other stuff that was announced. The next thing that was announced, fall of 2021, the Hawkeye TV show, which Kate Bishop, the future Hawkeye, has been confirmed to be in it.
What?
Kate Bishop is the future version of Hawkeye. Is the in the comics. And this show
Hawkeye's successful.
is about Hawkeye. You good on that?
Oh, Hawkeye. I don't know why I thought you were saying fucking what's his name? Fuck, the new Captain America.
Oh no,
Falcon?
Hawkeye. No, Hawkeye. All right. And then November 5th, 2021. Thor 4. Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh,
Okay.
With Natalie Portman.
With Natalie Portman playing a female Thor.
wait, what?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. I thought Natalie Portman was gone. Mainly because, I mean, she kind of sucks. But basically, they also confirmed that Valkyrie is a LGBT Q character. In that she's going to be searching for her queen, since she's the king of Asgard.
Gotta support the gay community.
But his daughter isn't. Exactly, Caleb. His daughter's not named
man.
Kate, so they're going to be introducing someone else. But we've already gotten attached to him training his daughter. Look, I don't know.
Marvel's just fucking around so
Marvel's
much.
just they're dicking around a little bit. Yes, it could lead to a Young Avengers movie. It could lead to that. Hold up.
Okay, so this is my thing. I want to say this. Looking at this lineup, I don't see another Avenger movie though. Like, I really don't know. I'm not really sure how this is gonna lead up to another Avenger movie. Since typically this Avenger movie fucking ever phase.
Hubbard, continue on with that. I gotta run upstairs real quick.
Okay, so what the hell was end of Thor? So
Thor.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
female
basically have-
Thor? Or you said female character.
female
female
Thor. In the comics right
Like-
now, Jane Foster is Thor.
So,
Well, a version
is-
of Thor.
Is this gonna be like a fucking one-off? Or
I don't know. So you got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So if they confirm the multiverse, even though it was kind of denied a little bit in Spider-Man, if they confirm it, then it could be a Thor from another universe. Chuck, we'll get to that in a
hope so.
second.
I hope they wouldn't ruin Thor.
Yeah, Hubbard and Joe's going to take over for a second. I'll be right back.
So continuing on, so from there on, that was after that. So after Thor, which unfortunately Jaws me at this point, it's coming out in May 1st, 2020. Black Widow.
And what is it? They said it was gonna be a prequel.
So Black Widow is it's basically it's not like a prequel. It's taking place after Civil War, sort of when Black Widow's heading back to but Johnson fucking know Black Widow way more than I do. So he left it.
I think he was saying it was
that time.
in between Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah, basically after the events of Civil War.
So
To be more specific.
my take always on that was I thought Captain America and Black Widow were together, like working together at the point. So are they not gonna have?
He may
Are
make
they
like a
gonna
little.
put Captain America in it?
Probably not. They may mention him, but I don't think he actually will be in the film.
I mean,
He's
but
not like Tony Stark kind of did with Spider-Man and other stuff.
But the thing is, my take with that was that he was in that movie. That that they were to get basically the same time.
Well, that's what I'm assuming it was, but okay, like let me explain this. So apparently she's going back to was it Buddhism or something pronounced like that? Again, John noticed more than I do. He
I
lived at a
think
temple
I
at
think
the
it's
time.
back where she was trained. I think
Yeah.
it has to do with like her origins.
Yeah, basically she go back to where she trained at, and from like what else I saw, pretty much the villain in the Black Widow is Taskmaster.
It is
And he has
confirmed
a
to be Taskmaster.
yep, and he has a shield too. A Sokolo shield, I think is when that whole film. They also
Well,
they also show a teaser which I haven't fucking found yet. I've been digging for that. But what from I saw, the teaser show going back to a training place, she fought against is a some person named Yanda, Yelena. She's drinking with her sister, and then she fight against Taskmaster. But yeah, that was pretty much like Black Widow movie. It's just taking place after Civil War. She fight against Taskmaster, which is the villain of it. Nothing about Captain America, but maybe he'd be mentioned. I'm assuming. Oh, I think he's back.
Oh, that was me just opening the fridge.
Oh, fuck. Well, I guess we have to continue on without him. So basically, after Black Widow, Black Widow was sort of the last major announcement. Well, at least we thought it was until they announced Blade. You familiar with that, Joe?
I mean, I know of Blade. I don't remember him really being much important.
So Blade is basically like the vampire hunter.
I'm back.
I
Sorry
mean,
about
Blade. I'd always like when I thought of him, I put him on the same like level as like maybe the Punisher. But
that. Are you on Blade?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of
We just
covered
finished.
Black. We just did Black Widow, but you may want we could go back for that for you since you know way better than I do.
Yeah, I know about Black Widow. So with Black Widow, Joe, David, Hopper,
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff. Let me look exactly what they
What
call
does he
it.
play?
First of all, they announced that Taskmaster will be Black Widow's villain.
How do you feel about that?
I actually really like that. Because I just pray that they don't. I pray that they don't kill him.
Is that
Because Taskmaster is a great villain that could go over multi different versions of like Taskmaster can constantly be in the different movies. So
what? Who is Taskmaster?
Taskmaster is a mercenary for hire that has the ability of instantly learning people's fighting styles, people's superpowers, everything. So, like, if he's fighting Spider-Man, he will instantly learn how Spider-Man does the webbing and how he moves and how he fights, and he's able to mimic and beat them instantly. So the fact that he's Widows is going to make Widows fighting, like, learn multiple fighting styles, and, like, it's going to be a very combat heavy.
It's gonna be very
see, he has
hand to hand.
Yeah, it's going to be, like, up close battling.
They also say he has a shield.
Yeah, he does. He has everything. He's a mercenary.
So, who does Hopper's character play?
That's what I'm looking for.
You don't know. He does not know.
I honestly he's playing. I thought it was a joke when Hubbard told me he's playing a character named Alexei in Black Widow.
What?
A character named Alexei. You know, the guy who drinks Slurpees from Russia. that was in Stranger
I
Things.
told you. I told you it was that Alexi.
I wonder who put this shit together.
My man, that is.
This is why John's not decided for Black Widow.
Well, that's the thing.
And it's fucking Black Widow. I consider like fucking Russians and shit.
Yeah, like, so that's what kind of really like pulls me like with it is because.
You think he's gonna die the same way?
Oh God, I hope not. Shot at an amusement park. I mean, at a carnival.
You think he's gonna like somehow like have a Woody Woodpecker thing like just get shot through?
So, like, I love Black Widow. Black Widow literally has been my main reason, like, one of the main things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I care about. I was bawling. I almost got in the floor and wept when she died in Endgame.
Oh no, we saw that. We saw you dying.
I didn't believe it. Like,
I couldn't take that moment seriously because I was laughing too hard at your reaction.
because I was bawling.
You were there like shaking and stuff. It was funny.
Oh my god. That was worth the admission itself.
So, yes, Black Widow, like, as you can tell on my channel, as you can tell from behind me. Oh, let me move, hold up. Let me move this Stranger Things poster, because what's behind it? More Black Widow.
This man's a diehard fan.
I love Black Widow, so her getting her own movie had me pumped, and I was like, oh, she got a movie? Like, she can't die. She has her own movie. And everyone's like, well, what if it's a prequel? I'm like, shut the fuck up. and
then Marvel today just
and then,
like, it's a prequel.
It's a prequel. It's happened it's taken place before Infinity War, but after Civil War. Just because it's the first movie of Phase 4, and the fact that it's a prequel, it kind of lessens it, and just like it just seems like it lessens it because it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's that important to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially with the movies that come afterwards. Like, those movies are huge. Doctor Strange being the first scary movie, like that's fucking insane. That's the movie that I'm hyped for. That and Thor. Well, I was for Thor, but I don't know how to feel about Natalie
hyped for
Portman.
Guardians 3.
Okay,
Thor.
so let's get to that. They ended the thing, and we're like, what about Captain Marvel 2, Black Panther 2? Like, what about those movies? So Kevin Feige also said there's set a list of movies that are in development right now. Black Panther 2 is in development. Captain Marvel 2 is in development. Fantastic Four is in development. Mutants is in development. And Guardians 3 is in development.
Wait, so...
Fantastic fucking Four!
You say...
Mutants!
I mean, why don't they just call them X-Men, though?
I don't know. They
Probably
don't...
copyright issues with Fox.
Well, no. They own Fox. Like, there's no issue anymore.
I don't know. See, I don't fucking know anymore.
They probably wanted to call it something different to just at first to avoid like
people being
like connecting
like
it to the old X-Men.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
That's like the equivalent.
Because like X-Men Dark Phoenix. Yeah, Fantastic Four for a third time. Well, there was Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four 2, which is weird. Fantastic Four, Fan Four Stick, the worst of the three. I love the first two Fantastic Fours, honestly. And there better be an inside joke about Chris Evans because he's Captain America, but he was also the Human Torch in Fantastic Four.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he played the Human Torch.
He looks so different though. Like
really, especially with Fantastic Four, I really hope that the building, the old Avengers Tower that was being renovated in Spider-Man Far From Home. I really hope that's the Fantastic Four
For the
building now.
Fantastic.
Like, yes, they announced Fantastic Four and Mutants are in development.
Along with Marvel 2, Captain Marvel 2.
Um, I'm
Black
I'm excited for Black Panther 2. I'm excited. I'm really excited for Fantastic Four. Really excited for Mutants. Really excited for Guardians 3. Captain Marvel 2, I kind of meh.
I mean, but they could kill her in the movie.
What
Bro.
here? Also, here's the thing: they didn't mention Spider-Man 3 at all.
So it's
So
probably
is
still
the
cost them
Sony
money.
is the Sony deal like? Is it like? Are they
They're probably still working it
they're
out.
like they must not have anything set in stone for a third one. Here's the thing:
Well, if I remember right,
the deal is
originally
this:
they only said like there were
2 movies and 3 appearances. So Civil War, Infinity War, and
You know what I'm
Endgame, and then the 2 Spider-Man movies. That the deal's over.
So I guess they have to basically come to
They
a
have
new
to
agreement.
they have to write a new agreement. But here's the thing: in the original deal, due to the Sony leaks, email leaks way back when, it was discovered that the Spider-Man movies had to make with Marvel $1 billion, or that Sony would just take it back. So
Did they make $1 billion together?
Far From Home, it's gonna be close.
Can you imagine the upset if they don't do it?
Oh, I know. They just ripped Spider-Man
But
away.
here's the thing, though. This is Disney we're talking about.
Yeah,
Fucking
but
Disney.
Sony is holding on
know
to
I know
Spider-Man
Sony's
like it's fucking
You
crack
also got to
cocaine.
remember, Hubbard, they're from Japan too. They don't give a fuck.
Like Disney's this huge like world leader, but Sony's like, yeah, but I'll fucking kick your ass. It is not the
Keep
New
in mind,
Mutants.
like
It is not
like,
the one
keep
with
in-
Arya Stark in it. That
you
one
also have to
we
keep
don't
in
know about.
mind, Hubbard, that I mean Disney had control of the studios when they came to that agreement in the first place too.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The reason they're making the Venom movies is because they have to make a Spider-Man movie every 3 years, but the Marvel produced Spider-Man movies don't count. So that's why Venom was made, because if they didn't, the Spider-Man would go back to Marvel.
See, with the success of the fucking multiverse.
Was there a
Spider-
3-year gap between
Yep.
Spider-Man 3 and the new one?
Yep. It was Spider-Man 3 and the Amazing Spider-Man. There was around 3-year gap.
Huh. I did not
They're
know
allowed,
that.
I think, 5 years between trilogies.
But then the multiverse trilogy now.
Yeah, now they're in this.
That's keep on. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. After multiverse, somebody's going to keep that shit to their chest. They ain't gonna let go. They put a good foot in now.
All right. But so much to talk about. It's funny how I'm most excited for Doctor Strange.
It's the thing with I think the big reason why we're excited is because it's the first scary film.
And it's so different.
Exactly, it's something that it's something completely out of the traditional Marvel
Yeah,
sort of
I
plan.
mean, the first Doctor Strange movie was very different.
it was. And the first Doctor
It changed up the formula. Like, I walked out and I was like, man, that's a weird way to end it.
Yeah.
End it with a fight.
Yeah. I also I was really pumped for Thor 4 because I love Thor. I mean, behind my desk is Ragnarok poster.
So, wait, is Thor 4 supposed to come out before Guardians 3?
Yep.
How is that going to work? So, it has to kind of be an alternate thing because
Well, here's the thing.
Thor is with the Guardians now.
Well,
That's what we think.
Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, and Natalie Portman are the 3 main leads, so the regular Thor is still going to be in this movie.
I wonder if it's going to be an alternate universe Thor. Like
The comic arc, The Mighty Thor, which wasn't that long ago, is what the movie is based off of, they said. So I'm going to buy that comic book, and I'm going to read it to see how to judge this. Because there can be multiple Thors if you do the multiverse. Because then it just says that this Jane Foster is from the other one, from another universe. Also, they gave away 7,000 special limited edition Black Widow hats. At the place. I want one. Like Disney.
See, John, this is the fun of traveling.
Here's the thing. If we got tickets to Comic-Con, you bet my ass I'd have been there. Like, but here's the thing. You would have to make sure Marvel gave you tickets to get in this panel, because people lined up to be in the Marvel panel at 8 a.m. yesterday. Like,
oh, I have no doubt. I mean,
you need to get the VIP treatment from Marvel, basically.
Basically. So Marvel, I will kiss your ass. I will.
Oh, will you now? I can make some calls.
Look, I will sit through the original 2 Thors for 100 times.
Let's be honest. The original Thor, the first Thor, wasn't bad.
The first Thor is not bad. I love the scene where he just basically eats a whole box of Pop-Tarts just in one hand. It just shoves like 8 Pop-Tarts down his throat. That's just fucking hilarious.
But let's be honest. Thor's character, I feel like, has changed so much.
Yeah. He has.
From the first one. Like, he was, like, serious with, like, a little bit joking undertones, but he was like, he's like, I'm the mighty Thor.
Yeah. But basically, just with 7 different things releasing in 2021, I just gotta say this. Marvel, you are trying to clutch the CW away from me on this channel, because the CW is the main shows I do reviews of, but you trying to really pull apart.
John, if you want them VIP tickets, you got to sacrifice Supergirl and kiss Marvel ass for the sake of it.
I can do both.
No, you have to sacrifice Supergirl. That's what Marvel want.
A trailer for Supergirl did get released, but I'll wait to talk about that tomorrow when I talk about Comic-Con as a whole. Because I have like The Witcher and all that stuff to talk about too. But out of the TV shows, I'm most excited to see Hawkeye.
Really?
Like, Falcon and Winter Soldier, that sounds cool, but like,
I think that's the most one I'm more excited about.
The thing is,
I want to see the What If.
Yeah, the What If animated show.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's awesome too. Like, there's gonna be so much to talk about with these shows. Please, Disney, release it either at midnight or like,
release it at midnight so I can fucking watch it.
Yeah, please watch it at midnight. Like, I'm a teacher and I have to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. But if you release that shit at midnight, I won't go to sleep. Like, don't release it at 9 o'clock like DC Universe. Because that's just bullshit. Like, 9 o'clock in the morning, most people are already at work. But, guys, do y'all have anything to talk about with what's y'all's most exciting, stuff?
The What If and Doctor Strange. That's basically those 2.
Yeah. Chat, what do y'all think? Welcome in, Christopher. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how fucking Wanda and Vision is going to be post Endgame.
Oh, I know.
I know, it's so weird.
Christopher, I do remember you from Fortnite, but if you want to check out gameplay and all, you want to go to our gaming channel. We started that up. This is we kind of made this all TV and movies now. But what are you guys most excited for to see in the chat for Comic-Con? Well, Marvel Comic-Con, since we're being specific here.
So, John, if they release this shit at 9 a.m., did that mean I have to take over your fucking review since I'm basically the only one home at that time?
I mean,
Can you get up for it?
can you get up?
Let's be honest.
Welcome back, Michael.
Let's be honest. My time would still be way sooner than John for his teaching schedule.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hands down.
I should try Marvel Future Fight. What's that? It sounds familiar, but I don't.
I feel like is it the mobile game or something?
It might be.
No, it's not. Is it the mobile game?
It might be the mobile game. Definitely What If. I also love Bucky. So, I mean, I just want to know, like, what... Like, the Falcon and Winter Soldier will get me hyped if I, like, know what it's about.
I feel like it's probably them taking the steps to become the next Captain America.
It has to be him taking up the mantle, right?
It has to be, but...
Because they didn't know each other, really, before then. Because... They never had any interaction because Bucky, up until Infinity War, he got whisked. He was in.
He was whisked
Wakanda,
away. Yeah.
And I mean, he got snapped. So.
Yeah, both of them got snapped.
Ooh, I wonder. Well, no, even Peter said that it was like they were there, and then the next minute they were back, right?
Yeah. So it was like they never left.
Yeah, that's what he was explaining.
I mean, well, it makes sense though. I mean,
it's not like they've lived some other life or reality.
You saw Spider-Man, right?
I still gotta see it.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, can I spoil one little thing? It's not huge. It's like the first 5 minutes.
No.
Okay, I mean, at this point, Joe, you're basically asking to get spoiled. You missed the 2-week marker. That's
it kind of. It's been over 2 weeks. Like that shit came out the 2nd. It's the 20th.
I've been busy.
Okay, so they call the snap the blip. The world calls the snap the blip. Okay. And they show it was basically a old school news report, and they were talking about the blip and how it was just a normal day, and they showed footage of a band performing in the gymnasium and how they get dusted away, and they were then went to say that 5 years went by, and then the blip occurred again, and everyone appeared, and they appeared the exact way they left. So there's a middle of a basketball game going, and then the fucking band is back in the middle of the gym, and there's players running into instruments and all.
You're not young.
But basically, how people that were in middle school is now the same age as them. And it's weird as shit. And like the one kid who's doing the news report is like, this is some fucked up shit because my little brother is now older than me.
That is a weird thing.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, they look older than you, but I mean, technically, you're still older than them.
I mean, technically,
well, no, you never aged for 5 years.
Yeah, but technically, they're still born before them.
Yeah,
they're still older. They
just have the mentality.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, look.
So, some classmates did move on.
It's like the equivalent and ice. I mean, still he's 100 years old, but
yeah.
See, no, like, okay, this is a little bit completely off topic here, but that's so that's the case with like Sable. She's young. She looks young, but she's technically had the mentality of a 25-year-old because that's basically how old she technically is.
But here's the thing: they put rules and laws into place So just because Peter and them blipped away, and they're technically like 22, 23, they still can't drink or anything like that because the law considers them still to be the age they left.
Well, their body didn't develop anymore when they were gone.
Yeah, they've been gone for completely.
Well, the people in New York will like have a war about that. Like, oh, hey, you guys still over 16, you can drink.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome in, Michael. You like the stream? Awesome, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely helps out. It's been a while since I said that. But yeah, that's the kind of the rules that Spider-Man set up at the beginning, like in the first 5 minutes, about the blip. Which I'm sorry, but the dusting is such a better name for it than the blip. The blip just sounds stupid. I don't like it. So, any other things to add, or I think we're good?
These are good questions. This is probably more for you, Joe. Based on like what you heard from us, what's your assumption of
what the
takeaway was like? Yeah, your takeaway.
What do you mean by like my takeaway? It seems like it's pretty solid.
The way it's so phases are a couple years apart, but this one just phase 4 seems like it's very short, especially with TV shows mixed in.
They just cranking it out. They're basically just cranking out films and shit.
Yeah. Like, and I guess because their TV shows are technically even longer than a film, so it's technically still the same length. It just seems that because there's TV shows mixed in with this phase, that it's just not as long.
The one thing I want to say is, it is pretty much go back to like the Avenger concept. How is that going to end each phase now? Since there's no like, at least as far as we know, no like Avenger get together type movie or nothing. This is no huge villain that's really being told from each show and film.
Mm-hmm.
Is this basically just like every movie is just some standalone, not standalone story, but just a story that's going to tell us, and they move to another one, and then another one, like that's only like little tie-ins or something.
Yeah, that's sort of the way I see it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of hoping to be some way to get all together, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
For what I hear, the next saga is only one phase. That's why they only announced through 2021. It's a little tighter storytelling after 23 films of a massive epic tale, which makes sense. That they would want to keep it a little tighter, but
okay. So this is basically just one little size, I guess, story or some shit.
It's like
you have the events.
Each phase is going to be its own story, basically. Oh. So you know how? Oh. So Infinity Saga was from the first Iron Man. Basically. Yes, but so they're taking a story like the Infinity Saga, but they're just making it a little smaller into one phase. Instead of expanding over 3, it's going to be one phase at a time. So each new phase is going to be a literal new story that all the movies are going to help build.
Oh, I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Yeah. I wish, even like with Kate Bishop for Hawkeye, I do think a small Avengers would have been something to talk about.
I can see what you. I can understand how you feel. I mean, like when you say like how Spider-Man, like you were brought into the Spider-Man film, but not much into the actual Marvel overall.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like seeing this lineup and seeing how it's just basically just one saga. Each phase is basically a saga now. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Exactly. I am not. Allie is not in the call tonight. But Christopher, if you want to see her, she does post videos and all and stream sometimes over on the gaming channel. It's not 100% fact. I heard Tony might be back as AI and Cap might get a 60 set movie in Phase 5.
a six movie thing?
No, set in the 60s when he went back to be with Peggy.
Oh,
I would actually really like that. I would like.
okay. I love to have Iron Man back. I love to have Robert Downey Jr. back again.
Yeah.
But the problem is that he is one of the most. He's like definitely one of the top 5. Well, I don't know if he's still the top 5, but he's definitely one of the most positive actor from the MCU.
Oh, well, it was just announced not too long ago that Scarlett Johansson is the most paid woman actress in Hollywood.
Well, that's actress.
Yeah,
That's actress though.
What I'm saying is, looking at the two, yeah.
Well, I mean, she's getting her own movies, so I guess that's why she's more paid now.
Yeah.
She's not just like a side character. Well, like a side main character.
Yeah.
I guess you can say it.
Exactly.
Robert Downey Jr. on the other hand, he's pretty much like been the main. He's basically been the face of Marvel.
So this is gonna be an interesting question.
Oh boy.
Do I like Marvel or DC better? That's a tough question because
is this for all of us?
I mean, it could be. Now we can all answer it. I personally am a superhero fan, so I like anything that deals with superheroes. I have favorite characters on both sides. Like Supergirl is one of my favorite. Like Supergirl, literally the logo of the channel, is Supergirl and Black Widow. Those two are my main two heroes. One being from Marvel and one being from DC. As a kid, I always watched the DC shows. Movie wise though, Marvel is better at movies. So it's kind of like I watch DC TV shows and I watch MCU movies, if that makes any sense.
So you basically like the best of both sides.
Yeah, like I just enjoy good superhero storytelling. If that makes sense.
Reasonable enough. Yeah, reasonable enough. You're all around, basically.
Yeah.
I kind of like Marvel. I think I like Marvel more because I've seen more Marvel stuff than I did with DC.
Yeah.
I think the only, told me DC, the only really films that I ever saw was the Dark Knight stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that was it. Marvels I've seen like way more than I actually thought I would.
Yeah, I agree. Joe, are you back yet? I don't think so.
He's not even a call.
Oh, he's not?
Nope.
Oh. Rip. Okay.
What happened? He's online.
He probably got a phone call or something.
Probably.
But, yeah. Orville's moving to Hulu? Really? That's actually pretty interesting.
Any more questions?
Yeah, any more questions when it relates to Marvel? Tomorrow we're going to be doing the podcast talking about Comic-Con entirely.
Oh, here's a good question. So they dropped the gameplay for the game, the Avenger game.
They did drop the gameplay. It looks actually pretty interesting. Each character has its own style, which I'm glad. I was really worried that every character was gonna play the same.
I mean, it looks better than the review trailer.
It does. So it does look better than the reveal. They amped up the graphics. Which is really good.
I'm still not like in the boat of buying it. I'm like, yeah, it looks great and such, but I don't know if I don't see myself really playing it that often though.
Yeah. I can see that. I'm kind of wanting Joe's thought on the MCU versus DC. But
well, I don't know what happened to him.
yeah.
Hold up.
There's a rumored Doctor Strange Xbox game. That's interesting.
A Doctor Strange Xbox game?
Yeah.
Why only Xbox though? I'm curious about that part.
Well, the Spider-Man game was PS4, but also Spider-Man Sony.
Yeah, I was thinking that's Sony though. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, I do hope that the Avengers game, at least for the PS4, ties into the Spider-Man game because they have said that this PS4 will get exclusive content. So I do hope they kind of tie in together. And I will look up Future Flight.
Well, I think it's I think the more of the tie-in is just more of the exclusives is from Square Enix because Square Enix has more of a history with Sony, with PlayStation and Xbox. So
yeah,
I'm not really surprised.
That is true. Yeah. Any more Marvel questions for us?
That's it.
I'll wait a sec because we are delayed. I'm just excited. There's 6 people in this chat. That's awesome. I'm going to do some hype. Haven't used these emotes in a long time. Gotta use those emote hypes. Oh, let me announce that real quick. YouTube has now Chuck, welcome in. YouTube now has membership levels. So it's sort of like Twitch with the tiers. For $1.99, you support the channel, you get the emotes, and you get some Q&A on Discord, stuff like that. There's another tier for $4.99, which is the normal kind of tier. You get all the emotes, everything from the first tier, and some exclusive videos, and all that. But yeah. No other questions? All right. I actually thought about playing the Marvel what is it? Capcom game.
The fighting game?
Yeah, the fighting game. Over on the gaming channel. I thought about it. Just to tie me over until the Avengers come out next year.
But do you know much about Capcom, though?
I know a little bit. Not a whole lot, but I know some of it. I used to play the Street Fighter and all when I was little on the Nintendo. Super Nintendo. Yeah. Have you heard of the new Blade movie and the Yes, I have. I really hope Emily Blunt is Mrs. Fantastic, where the Invisible Woman, however you call it.
I'm wondering how well the Fantastic Four is gonna do.
That is very interesting.
Now that it's actually in a good hand.
Yeah. The movie's gonna be good, but the question is, will people go see it? Because this is the third time the Fantastic Four will be.
I think this would be the best way to put this. It's going to be a good film because it's Marvel, but would it be a good Marvel film?
Yeah.
I think that's the better way to put it. Anything from Marvel, it's from Marvel. It's going to be good, but then it's a Marvel. It's a good as a Marvel film scale.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the thing. Each Marvel movie has kind of been upping itself, bit by bit. Other than kind of Captain Marvel, but yeah, yeah.
You say about Blades.
Blade is interesting. So I remember Blade.
I've never seen it as a very young kid.
I'm kind of a little bit disappointed with Blade because they had this new this other actor, Mahershala Ali, playing
People are
Blade.
excited about him though.
Like, I'm excited that we're getting a Blade movie, but like, since it's kind of been rumored, Wesley Snipes has been asked about it, who played the original Blade, and he owns part of the character. So when he was asked about it, he's like, "Look, I was Blade before, and I can be Blade again. I am fully capable and physically fit to be Blade." So I'm kind of a little disappointed that it's not the original Blade guy, because that would just been awesome. But this new guy, I'm always willing to give stuff a chance.
I got a question though. I've seen people saying how the Blade is like a middle finger to Netflix or some shit. What's the story behind that? If you happen to know.
I actually don't know. There was no Blade on Netflix. Let me look it up. Let me see.
I was gonna say, because I've seen people comment about like how it's a middle finger to Netflix, but like what did Netflix had about?
Yeah, let me look.
Unless it's just maybe just like some form of ways like how Marvel was like, yeah, we're kind of done on Netflix fucking up our shows, like the
okay. So this is how it's them giving a middle finger to it. The guy who is playing Blade was on one of the Marvel Netflix shows.
Oh.
So basically, by him coming in and playing Blade, it's basically the Marvel saying the Netflix shows don't count anymore.
That makes sense. I can say that. I can see that then.
So that's basically what it's saying. That the Marvel Netflix shows don't count anymore. And think about this. S.H.I.E.L.D. They announced also yesterday that season 7 will be S.H.I.E.L.D.'s last one. So even S.H.I.E.L.D.
still going?
Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. is still going. Even S.H.I.E.L.D. will is going to be ended. So like if it's not one of the Marvel TV shows that they announced for the streaming service, it does not count.
Canon.
It does not count as canon anymore. Netflix shows are not part of the MCU anymore with the casting of the actor who's going to play Blade. He was in he was in Daredevil, I believe. I'm
kind of glad that S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't really canon anymore, because it's kind of...
Yeah. No, he was in Luke Cage. And by him being in Blade, it makes the Netflix shows not count. So I would not have known that. Thank you for mentioning that, Hubbard. Because that's actually pretty fucking big.
That is.
Because it was always said that the Marvel Netflix shows was going to be were connected with the movies. But
I was gonna say, like, how the Punisher would be related to this nowadays.
But with this, it's all gone. Like,
yep,
does not matter. So,
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it. So, tomorrow we'll be live again tomorrow night, with the podcast, and we're gonna be talking about all of Comic-Con, from The Witcher announcements and trailer all the way. We'll probably touch on Marvel again. And also make sure you come out to that. Also, again, for those who don't know, we do have the gaming channel. That's where we post live streams, videos, and
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Joe.
Sorry. My son called.
It's okay.
He's back in town, Hubbard.
Well,
Joe actually does not have a son. For those who,
I mean, I do though, but I mean,
Not biologically.
not biological, adopted, of course. But
Okay. But yeah. So, Gaming Challenge, check that out. Make sure you come to the podcast tomorrow. We're going to be covering Witcher all the way through Marvel, CW, all that stuff. Talk about that Supergirl trailer. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And like always, I will see you in the next one. Later.